Hi, Pisces. Sorry it's taken so long for me to get your second half of January reading. I have been wrapped in this Cancerian full moon energy for the last 2 weeks, and it's been really lazy energy. And water signs are doing better with it. Because they're so used to all of the feelings and the emotions that come up with it. Because I have a lot of water in my chart, but because I've been resonating with my air and my earth so much lately, that it's just like forcing me to sit and reflect. And so that's what I've been doing. I've kind of been calling it the spiritual flu because I mean, with your Neptunian energy direct and with everything, all of this very watery psychic energy surrounding me, it's been very interesting, but I'm learning so much about myself during this time. And you guys know we've had this talk before. If you've been following me for a while, we've had this talk before. I'm a Virgo sun. And so Pisces is my opposite sign. So sometimes it's very hard to connect with your energy. And right now, the water energy and the psychic energy is so strong that it's like the ascension that I've been going through for sure the last couple of weeks is pretty hardcore. And I feel like you guys are taking this all in stride. You're really kind of coming into your power with all of this very smooth energy rolling around. We have Justice. We have the King of Swords. You could be dealing with a Libra or any air sign. We have the Moon, the Empress, the Seven of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. At the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands. So again, you guys are really like taking this in stride. You're really moving forward, pushing forward. The Ten of Wands, it's funny because often with water signs, I kind of get a very heavy feeling with the Ten of Wands, and I'm not with you guys. Things may be really tight right now. Things may be a little bit burdening, but you're pushing forward, and it's like with this grace and this power, almost this air-like quality. I almost want to say that this King of Swords is you. This air-like quality is empowering you to find some balance, to stand your ground. You might be a little defensive towards people, but I feel like it's because you're ready, you know, to not take any more of the bullshit, to not take any more of the pain and the heartache. And we're going to hit the full moon, the full lunar eclipse. It's in the sign of Leo during Aquarius season on the 31st of January. So we have 2 full moons in January. And with the lunar eclipse, you guys are really going to have this opportunity to stand more in that power with that Leo strength and eclipse shit out of your life that you've needed to push out of your life. I mean, being the Empress, you know, having that renewal and that faith in yourself that you can do it and you can get to this 10 of Cups. And if you have an air sign in your life who you're working with or is part of your family even, and they're putting some burden and some strife on you, I feel like you guys are kind of taking it with a grain of salt. It's like whoever they think they are, you know, you're the one that is finding that balance. You're the one that's finding that justice. If you look above her, there's that, reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune that's right above her, right above her head. So it's like that karma that has been hanging over your head for so long. You've finally learned that lesson. You've finally been able to move forward. And 5 of Swords, 8 of Wands, Page of Wands. You're not deceiving yourself that you have a direction. And you're communicating it. And you're going in that direction. You could be moving. But you really have like that, a lot of fiery energy pushing you forward. And, you know, we have the Devil. We have the High Priestess. 8 of Pentacles. You could have a Capricorn in your life, or just the knowing that the toxic stuff you're leaving behind. You know, this High Priestess, this is you. The High Priestess, the Empress, really being in charge. Oh, sorry. Earthquake. I feel like this building process, you've been feeling it for a while. You know, this 8 of Pentacles, like building up process, you've really been feeling it for a while. And Page of Wands, it's like you're actively listening to the people that are around you, that are like bringing you to this happy place, you know, and taking that advice. Because I feel like with Pisces, they've really, for a long time, they've kind of been shut down and not wanting to take advice from anybody because of their fear of being cut down, you know, or fear of thinking that they don't know what they're doing, or fear of other people thinking that they don't know what they're doing. But you guys totally are in your zone right now. Totally in your zone right now. And I feel like the people around you are almost looking at you like, who are you? Like there's been this huge shift of feeling comfortable in your life, even if it is very hard to move forward from certain things that have, you know, you've had to learn from your past. Starting to like rebuild your life back up, possibly needing to have conversations with people to do that. Maybe air signs are prominent in your life. We have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords, possibly having to have really hard communication with air signs to say, you know, I'm cutting all the bullshit out. I'm cutting all of this toxic shit out. And I'm moving forward. I'm moving on. And it doesn't have to be an air sign. It can just be somebody in your life that you've really kind of had some discord with, some strife with. And that movement forward is like you really standing in your power. Not having to put on that facade anymore. Knowing that the direction that you're going is going to lead you to that cycle ending. Because 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands, that's the ending of a cycle. And so you're going to be prepared at the eclipse to cut it out. And it doesn't have to be people, it doesn't have to be a job, it doesn't have to be a home, it doesn't have to be your family. I mean, it doesn't have to be something material. It can just be the ideals that you have lived with for years, that you've been holding on to. 4 of Pentacles holding on to. So incredibly tightly, giving of yourself too much. And there's the Wheel of Fortune. And learning this lesson and letting the wheel turn and getting to that ultimate knowing and luck being in your favor for once. Because you guys are in the zone. You're in your element. It is very emotional and watery right now. And when you guys can use your imagination to turn things into something real, you are in your element. Because often I've said, you know, Pisces, they're so imaginative. And since Virgo is that opposite sign, Pisces will come up with the, you know, let's make a unicorn that is riding on a rainbow with an ice cream cone and a, you know, big fat chubby baby on the back of it. And then the Virgo will say, okay, that sounds like a great idea, except let's make it a racehorse that has a jockey on the back running towards the finish line and winning instead of a rainbow. And you guys are almost taking that imaginative quality of who you are and making it material, because Saturn is in Capricorn as well. So you have this emotional, watery energy where you find yourself in your zone, and then Saturn says, okay, let's make it real. And that's the beauty of being a sign that is so malleable. I can't even say that word. You know what I'm saying? You can move it around. It's like Play-Doh. You guys can make things. Starting with your imagination. Very creative. Very Neptunian. And if you have Cancer in your chart, all the better. Because now you get to put an emotional aspect on it. And then Saturn comes into Capricorn and says, let's make it real. And now you get that chance to do that. And that's cool. So if you've been giving like way too much and you're looking for this balancing act, imagination versus tangible, it's here. It's your lucky day. The Wheel of Fortune. And if you have people in your life that are that have been giving you strife, you're taking it with a grain of salt. This transition, death, 6 of Wands, it's bringing you to victory, bringing you to recognition. Because you guys have been going with the current, like we talked about, at the end of December, swimming with the current. And now you get to transition into something that is fiery and tangible. And that's beautiful. It's beautiful, Pisces. And I love that energy. And I love that I've been able to feel that energy from you guys. Because it's really hard, like I said, for me to tap into the Pisces energy sometimes. And I've had to finish some air sign readings the last couple of days. I had to do Leo and Libra. I still have Gemini to do, and those have been the hardest for me to do. And I kept on leaving yours, and I'm like, I just, you know, I know that you guys are giving me a gift right now of coming into my own and tapping into my own psychic abilities and working with all of this watery energy along with Cancer. But it's been such a push for me to make something out of it. And so that's been my goal. And you guys are pushing me to do that. Because now I get to do love readings for the end of the month. So turning all of that watery, emotional, psychic energy into something is a gift that you guys have given me. So thank you for that. I hope you guys are having a wonderful January. And I will be back for your love readings for the end of the month. If you would like to use the InstantGo app, that link is below. And thank you for all of the donations that have come in. If you are not ready for a reading, but you would like to donate, that link is also below. And my website is now up, so you can order personal readings directly from my website. And then I'll contact you after the reading is ordered. And I will be in Pensacola, Florida next weekend. And then the following weekend, I will be in West Palm Beach. So if you're in the area, let me know. I do have events going, and I can lead you to how to buy a ticket for that. So thank you, Pisces, very much for this wonderful gift this month. And I will see you guys for your love readings.